All right, the camera is back up and running, and we are ready for some more candelabra parts. Hit it, Pops.
Here we go.
How are we gonna make candelabra parts out of that, Pops?
Well, I am doing what is known as throwing off the hump.
What?
This is a hump of clay.
Oh.
And I, as you can see, didn't really center it. I kind of centered it, but I centered the very top, and the very top is becoming part of the candelabra.
Ooh.
And since I need several small pieces, throwing off the hump is one way to make a lot of small pieces. In this case, I need about 7 of these shapes. These being the individual candle holder that go on the donut later. I only need 5 of them, but since they are all going to be cut and shaped, I give myself a few extra ones just in case I mess up, which I am apt to do when I'm trying to cut them to precisely the right shape before I add them to the candelabra.
How do you make them the same size? We don't want a lopsided candelabra holder, do we?
Well, that's one of those things that comes with experience. And as we throw, our fingers, believe it or not, develop a certain memory. And a lot of times when a potter is making these kinds of shapes, he relies mostly on his fingers to make sure that the things are the same size.
Ooh.
And when you put them, after I cut them off and put them on the over here, you can already tell that they look pretty darn close. And by the time we trim them to where we actually need them, they'll be pretty much the same.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Didn't you used to do this with like mugs or something?
Oh,
How fast were you?
Oh my goodness. Back in the late 60s and early 70s, when I was a production potter, I would make 2,500 mugs a year.
Wow.
And those 2,500 mugs a year, I had down pat to where each mug would take me 2.5 minutes from start to finish.
Wow.
I was able to throw the body of the mug in 15 seconds.
You're kidding.
No, 15 seconds. It was just unreal. Of course, back then, I wasn't talking and explaining what I was doing. I was just doing it.
Yeah.
And when you get in a production mode, it just kind of comes naturally after so many years of doing it, that it becomes quite normal to sit and throw a bunch of stuff in no time flat. The same was true with my iced tea glasses, which were also made about 2,500 of them a year, and each one of them would take me less than 3 minutes to finish.
Whoa.
From start to finish.
Those are the big tall glasses that Granny and I use
Yes.
just for drinking, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, some of those are 40, 50 years old. Can you believe it?
They were well made to stand.
Yeah, they were made to be used. So here we go.
This is number 5, so
Yeah.
we're almost there.
Yeah, you're right. Are we having fun yet?
We are definitely having fun.
See, my brain says that this one is not. Now it is. It's funny how that works.
Yeah. Wow, and I mean, for first throw, not refinements or anything, those 5 look remarkably similar.
Exactly. And that's not even trying. But that's based mostly on experience. And you have to remember that Pops has been throwing for, holy smoke, 60 years.
Wow.
That's a long time.
So for those of us who are perfectionists in the crowd, what advice would you give when we're trying to make all of the things look so uniform and perfect?
Experience, 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 also known as practice, 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 and then practice some more. And then one day you wake up and you say to yourself, wow, I'm a potter. And that's how it happens.
But I'm not perfect yet. It's annoying me that when I practice, they don't turn out good.
That's because you don't have the experience and your fingers have not yet learned what to do.
So basically, suck it up, Buttercup, and you'll do fine eventually?
Exactly. And what's really funny, there's a definite method to the madness of becoming a potter. When you first start out, you think you're going to conquer the world and be a famous potter.
Been there, done that.
Only to find out that, oh my goodness, this is really work. So then you practice and you practice, and just when you think you are doing absolutely beautiful, you suddenly wake up one morning and you can't even center. And that's when the brain starts telling you that you're no good. And that's when you have to suck it up and just go back to it and do it some more. And then eventually, by golly, you'll do it. Okay, that's enough pieces. Now we'll make the base of the candelabra.
How do we do that?
Well, we're going to use the remainder of this clay to just throw the base for the candelabra.
That sounds fun, but kind of hard. Is it hard?
No, this part is really easy.
Well, you're really
As you
easy
can
and
see.
different from mine, so let's see. Wow, that does look really easy. It's like making a cereal bowl.
Yeah, except that this is an upside down base.
Oh?
Yep, there we go. The base is going to be cut later to receive the donut. So I'm not particularly careful about throwing it into its final shape, because the part that I'm trimming right now is the part that more than likely will get all cut up